Hey, what's up with it, y'all? Y'all already know who it is, your boy, the Common Denominator. Y'all just tuned into another episode of Sermon on the Gram. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the traveling merchants. I'm not sure if y'all had the chance to tune into that. Today, we're going to be talking about something absolutely different, but it's still all going to tie in because y'all already know that the kingdom is within all of us. Um, Today, actually, we're going to be talking about the one big family tree. The one big family tree, which is all of us, you know what I mean? I'm not going to take up too much time trying to break down what it is I'm going to be talking about. We're just going to go ahead and get straight to it because I know y'all is ready, y'all is waiting, and I am excited to share this with y'all today. Um, so, you see, there was once a family that lived together happily and peacefully in the same house. And one day, one of the family members stood up and declared that he was absolutely bored and he wanted everybody to distinguish themselves. You know, he said he wanted everybody to have names, that way they can all know their places and their regions in the house. One of the family members said there is no need for that because we're already living happily in the same house. So what is the need? Why should we have to go ahead and distinguish ourselves? One of them said that there is no reason for us to even be worried about the separation as long as we respect boundaries. When this happened, you already know that there was a separation in the household. You know what I mean? A lot of people were disgruntled. You know what I mean? Some people wanted to stay together. Some people wanted to go ahead and get themselves named and all of that. But I'm going to tell you right now, it gets a little bit uglier. It doesn't end right there. See, the situation suddenly breaks out into a major fight, right? And the people that wanted separation decided to go ahead and leave the house. Even though the father of the household was sad, he still let that happen. And as time went by, the ones that chose to separate themselves were always arguing amongst themselves. You know why? Because each and every one of them wanted to stay in power. They never really could just respect each other, as they thought that when they break away from the main family unit, they're going to be able to now live in harmony amongst themselves. And it got even worse, you know what I mean? It got so worse to the point where they were literally devouring each other. Those that decided to stay in peace and stay amongst themselves actually fortified themselves. But then they could see how their other family members were tearing themselves apart and they were sad. They were not happy about the situation. So they decided to go and consult their father, the one from whom all of them came. And they said, Father, you need to do something about this. This is not natural. You know, our brothers are literally killing themselves. Something needs to be done about this. You know, the father, of course, loving all of his children equally, decided to send two of his children to go in and make sure that the situation is under control. You know the two children he sent? He sent mercy and justice. He sent mercy and justice to go in and teach his hard-headed children how to live in peace amongst themselves. And when justice and mercy went, of course being sent by the Father, they were able to keep everything under control. You would think that right after that, they would be allowed to go back to the house, right? But nah, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. They had to go ahead and heal completely. Mercy and justice had to teach the hard-headed children to heal themselves completely before they could even go back to the courtyard of their father. When they eventually went back, the father was really happy. He was happy that finally his children were able to realize themselves and they came back. See, it's really, really interesting, you know, Because you would think that maybe the father would be like, I don't want y'all to come back home. Y'all were disobedient. Y'all broke away from me. You know what I mean? Y'all wanted to do your own thing. But you know what the father actually told him? He said, I want to let y'all know something. Y'all really never left my house. And y'all were really not even at war against me. Because I am the one that influences and sustains everything. And everything is only operational as by me, the Father. He looked at all of them as they were weeping and crying and asking for forgiveness from all of their brothers that they had fought. Because when they separated, sometimes they would even go back and try to taunt the other ones to join them, telling them that they were living in bondage, thinking that they were living in peace. But of course, the children that were living in peace were living absolutely happily because they did not see a need to even want to distinguish themselves when they were one with their father all the time. They never saw a need to break away. They were never bored. The ones who broke away said they were bored. They say they wanted to be able to have their own region and experience themselves. But when they finally got back, the father was happy. And they got to understand themselves too. That they never could distance themselves from the Father because the Father owns everything. In my Father's house, there are many mansions. Y'all already got it. I'm sure y'all got it. I ain't got to explain. I ain't got to break that down. It's your boy, the Common Denominator. It don't matter whatever you think about yourself. Just know that at the end of the day, we're all still one. Y'all stay tuned. Until next time. Next 2 weeks, Summer on the Gram is about to be dropping again. Yeah, that's right. I love y'all. We just got to keep the love going. It don't matter. You can climb the highest tree, climb the highest mountain, you're still going to come down and recognize that, yes, we still all human and we still all one. Bottom line. Thank you.